Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. We're going to be starting a new campaign today, and in this new series we're going to be playing with the Kaiserreich mod. It was really a toss-up between two mods, and the other mod that I was looking at was the Iron Curtain, the Cold War mod. And the reason why I ultimately decided to go with Kaiserreich, guys, is because the Iron Curtain is supposed to be getting like a major update this weekend, and I didn't really think it was, and that major update's not out yet, and I didn't think it would be a good idea to start a new campaign when they're supposed to be they're going to be patching their mod soon, and it's supposed to be a larger one. So we're going to be doing another Kaiserreich campaign, and we're going to be playing as France, guys. I've got this country suggested in the comments a little while back, and I took a look at them, and they do seem to be like a really interesting country to try out. Remember, here in Kaiserreich, Commune of France is in alliance with the Union of Britain and the Socialist Republic of Italy here. These are the syndicalists. So yeah, we're going to try France out and see how this goes. We're not going to play on the elite difficulty this time. We're playing on elite for our Soviet Union campaign right now, which we still have going. So if you want to check out an elite campaign, then go watch that, although that is kind of about to end soon. But yeah, one thing I really didn't like about playing on elite was the political power. Like the production efficiency and the research time, you definitely felt them. Production efficiency, obviously, you often usually don't have equipment issues towards the end of the game, so doesn't hurt as bad as the research time. That was certainly noticeable, but the only one that really bothered me was the political power. Like, we're at the end of the game, we still are buying things. We haven't bought everything that we want. Political power has been a massive issue. So I think we're gonna go ahead and just see, where do we want to move? Where do we want to keep these all these countries? Now, this game is not vanilla, so it is, properly imbalanced. It's supposed to be. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to tick up all the countries by one, with the exception of ourselves. I believe this is us. Yeah, this is Commune of France, Republic of Italy. We're just going to make the AI a little bit more difficult. Let's not tick up the Union of Britain, though, because that's our ally. We'll tick up Canada. We'll tick up Russia, Soviet Russia, Austria. That's the last country we played as. I'm tempted to not, we'll tick up USA since they get weakened by that civil war. Nationalist France, that's our enemy, the French Republic over here. We'll take them up. We're going to tick up Italy as well because that's the Italian Republic, so that's not part of our faction. Japan, and then, of course, China. So, yeah, I think that looks good. And I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and start. I'll just make the AI a little bit more challenging. And we won't read all this again here. Now, I'm not going to remove the faction joining limits. I know I found that frustrating the first time I played the mod, and I wish I had removed it. However, I looked at this. I did a little test before we started here, and I looked at it, and you do have to put something in the console to remove it. And on top of that, it states right here in the event when you click on that if you do that, then there will be bugs. And I don't really want bugs for a Let's Play, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to say thank you, Kaiserreich team. And then we're going to say I want to know everything, I suppose. Yeah, because it has lots of great events. That's one of the best things about this mod, is all the fantastic events that it entails. So yeah, I think we would be missing out on something if we didn't have all these events firing. Which does mean there's going to be a lot of reading, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and create a little training army here, and get all of our troops training up. Let's remove all these guys first, though. We also need to make a few other adjustments with our troops as well, because I don't like the way the division designs are set up over here. So let's go ahead and get a training army set up here. Get them exercising, and then we're going to change up the division designs. We'll leave these guys here. We don't actually have any of those. These are militias. And as you guys can see, we actually have 3 division designs for infantry, and these two look identical to me. I might be missing something, but they look identical. And then this one has artillery. So obviously that's the one we're going to want to use. We're going to want to change all of them to this one. We need a new name for this one, by the way, because that's a long name for them. So if you guys have any name suggestions, I would love to hear it for any of the units that we're using. With these two, let's go ahead and give them a symbol so we know we want to get rid of them. Something really undesirable, something I would be like, oh, I want to get rid of that. How about bugs? That's always something you don't want. So let's go ahead and get rid of, or get these guys marked as well. Update that, and then we're going to be changing up all of the bugs. And I don't know how many troops we have that aren't in the training army, infantry I mean. I know that we have a few. I don't know if any of them need to be changed up. Yes, all of them do. Okay. That actually will probably result in them needing to go to the training army. So we'll do that here in a second. Let's go ahead and, oh, god damn motherfucker. Luckily they are right here. So let's go and change them up. And yeah, they are going to need more manpower. So it will probably affect their experience. So let's just go ahead and throw them in the training army for now. And then we're going to go ahead and get all of these troops changed up as well. So we can completely get rid of those designs. Do not need them. All right, excellent. So I think that should be everybody. And I believe that means that we can go ahead and get rid of these now. Excellent. We no longer have a bug infestation. So first thing we want to go do is get our national focus selected. This is quite an expansive tree, guys. I really like it. Now some of these choices are locked in. You'll see a lot of permanent choices you have to make here, which in fact, we're gonna. Well, I'll wait to talk about that here in a minute. But yeah, here's our domestic stuff. We have the road to war. That's the more political stuff, or not political, diplomacy type stuff. Our army, and then this one here. If you guys recall, we have to wait to enact these before those events fire. We have to wait for those events to fire. The International Congress, and then we have our Air Force and our Navy. So I think. What we're going to do is the one I skipped over. This is the best branch in this whole fucking tree, guys. Socialist education is going to give us a negative research time bonus for 3%. Propaganda is going to give us reinforced rate and recruitable population. This is going to give us some great bonus as well. And then, of course, we get a research slot. So, yeah, it's obvious which branch we should go down for this first one here. And let's go ahead and get our research selected as well. We're going to do get the research bonus. And then we're probably going to be focusing a lot on industry, guys. Quite a bit on industry. I'm actually thinking we're going to do the synthetic oil as well because oil and rubber is going to continue to be a problem for us. We don't have any colonies, and we don't know if we're going to have trouble trading with people. So I would like to go ahead and deal with that now. I think we should early on. I always wait to deal with this, and then oil and rubber is like a constant problem for us. So I'm not going to do that anymore. We're gonna deal with it now. We're gonna go and get some civilian factories built in, though I don't think we're gonna be able to use much of them. I won't build in that 80% just because it's up on the border and we could very well lose it. Let's just do oh well, there's one right there. Okay, we'll build right there then. Yeah, I like that. We'll do this right here. So those are the 3 civilian factories. It'll probably take us a while just to get those anyways. We also have some dockyards to get assigned. Just taking a look at what we have on the 2s. We have battle cruisers. I don't really like battle cruisers though. I'm not a big fan of battle cruisers. But this battle cruiser might be better than the battleship 1s. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, in some fields anyways. Just looking at some of their stats here, it would probably make sense to go with the battle cruiser 2s. Even if I don't normally like them as much as I like battleships, just because they're already a little bit better, because these guys are a bit behind. So we're going to do battle cruiser 2s, even though I don't normally build those. Let's go right here, and because I think that's our largest port. Yeah, up on the north here. Because remember, in Kaiserreich, the Germans do have a very large navy. So let's go and do destroyer 2s because we have those as well. And that's probably all we're going to get for right now. I'll eventually probably get some light cruisers and stuff. And maybe we should get, I don't know, carriers? That might be wise. Let's go ahead and get some... Let's do it like this. I think that probably looks good. Yeah, I like that. We are super short on resources. Well, that's not great. We're going to go to get rid of the interwar bombers here. We're going to move these fighters down the bottom. It sucks that we have interwar fighters. I don't think we have any other... No, we don't have anything else here. We're just going to build just one factory going towards that, 2 going towards the fighters. And then, yeah, we're going to need a lot of artillery, I think, as well. Let's go and get some support equipment and a lot of artillery going. We'll just have to pull from the military equipment just a little bit. Yeah, let's pull one more. Yeah, that looks good. I like this. And let's go and trade for these resources that we are now lacking. We're going to have a lot of resource problems. I'm already telling you that now. And I don't think we need to have enough civilian factories to trade for all the stuff that we need. We'll trade for the oil there. We need the tungsten more, so let's trade for the tungsten. I'm almost thinking we're not going to trade for the rubber, guys, because I think we're going to be really short on the factories. Well, we have 12. But I think some stuff is going to pop up that's going to reduce the amount of factories that we have. I'm not sure, though. So let's go ahead and go with... I haven't played France, by the way, guys, so... this is all unfamiliar zone here, but I remember the Austria one, and there was a bunch of stuff with stability there, so I'm kind of just basing off of that. Maybe things will go differently in this one. We'll leave the rubber short for right now, and let's just see what kind of events pop up. Remember, there's going to be a ton of events, guys. That's just the way this mod is. Like I said, it's one of the best parts of it, in my opinion here, and we're going to be doing a lot of reading. I am going to read the events. Because it's the only way I can do it, only way I can read them. I could, of course, just hold them up over here and then you guys could read them, but, and then I don't have to try and stumble over all that. I guess there's that benefit. We'll do that with some of them. Other ones I'm going to read out. Like this one. This is the Commune of France. This is telling us all about our country. Third Republic ended the way it began, defeated by the German arms and facing communist revolution at home. In the November of 1919, a revolutionary general strike was called by the CGT, paralyzing the country and causing the downfall of the bourgeois government. The Party of Order was not strong enough to put an end to the unrest in the subsequent months. The French establishment was forced out of France by a coalition of the leftist forces in a brief but brutal civil war. For the past 15 years, the self-styled Commune of France is united behind a common platform of syndicalist socialist consensus. Well, that's a set of words there. Syndicalist socialist consensus. Okay. Headed by the ruling Comité des Solid Public. However, by 1936, the consensus that was reached in order to rebuild the shattered country and defend the fruits of revolution from foreign menace is being deemed as increasingly outdated by many critics, and there are growing calls for more radical policies. France is increasingly confident in her security and her mission, but the French revolutionary tradition is disparate and is unclear precisely which ideological strand shall become dominant in the years to come. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna see what happens there. And yeah, let me keep an eye on our troops that are currently training here, making sure that yeah, a lot of them are pretty far behind in experience, so that's probably not gonna be too much of an issue. But yeah, we do want to pull any out, not train them unnecessarily. And the assassination of President Krasinski, I believe this happened the last time we played through it. Maybe mistaken, but yeah, that's affecting Russia here. And who is our current leader here? All right, Sebastian Foer. I'm going to tell you guys right now that I am going to butcher the French. I am terrible at French. Mosley wants to talk with Valois. Oswald Mosley of the Union of Britain has invited the leader of the Sorelians, George Valois, to Birmingham to discuss the common ground between their ideologies. Valois has thanked him for the invite and set off on the name of internationalism, bringing with him as guests the Hungarian exiles. Okay, so he brought some people with him. Okay. Have a safe fight, comrades. So, yeah, we are allied with the Union of Britain. We're allied with the Socialist Republic of Italy, and this has something to do with that. The fall of Marceau Pivert. All right, I have no idea how to pronounce that. Is it Pivert? Pivert? I don't know, probably something completely different because it's French. So despite the successful organization of the Syndicalist Congress in May, the Pivert administration has been criticized for its lack of response to the crackdown on trade unions in Germany. Today, the opposition in the Bourse General, okay, something crazy, has agreed to a vote of no confidence, who has announced that new elections will be brought forward to elect a new comité. His duties will be temporarily assumed by the Comité des Solid. Okay, so does that affect... Okay, so that does affect the ministers here. Our head of government has been removed. So I don't know what his bonuses that he was providing before, but this is what we're getting now. That's not too bad. So yeah, just taking a look who we have here and what their benefits are. Wow, our health and safety guy is not great. I guess he's getting his population and political power, but yeah, we're losing a lot of other things. Just taking a look at our economic guy. Infantry equipment and support equipment are cheaper. Okay, that's nice. And then our general staffer, it looks like a lot of this stuff affects the AI, but we can construct land forts a little bit quicker and justify work all time. That's not that useful at the moment. I suppose it could be useful in the future, though. So the Totalitist Charter. Okay, so Mussolini, Valois, Bora, and other interest parties arrived in Birmingham today to discuss their common ground. It has been agreed that Marxism, Sorelianism, and nationalist syndicalism all share basic principles of the state's primacy in the socialist struggle, the role of a national identity within the state, and the importance of a strong central authority to preserve and build socialism. The Charter also claims the socialist state is the final stage of human development, and that democracy is not necessary to achieve socialism. Well, that's not true. The Final stage is communism, not socialism. I guess they're changing it up here. These statements have drawn great criticisms from other socialist factions who gave it the name totalitarianism as a play on totalitarian socialism, which has been eagerly accepted by Mosley, who's added to the manifesto's name, attributing it to their total commitment to socialism. But I guess that would make sense because the final stage, communism, is when the government withers away and is no longer needed because everybody just kind of does everything themselves. They do everything they're supposed to because they've been programmed to from birth. Everybody kind of works together like in a hive mind type thing almost, for the good of the people, the good of the state. So you don't need a government anymore. And if these guys are all about big, strong, powerful government, then of course they probably wouldn't want that final stage of communism. They wouldn't want the state to wither away. Edward VIII was crowned the King of Britain. Okay. Downfall and stability. That is concerning. So yeah, we lost stability, and this is going to affect us. But don't we already get... Oh, okay. They removed the penalties and bonuses of stability from up here to move them to their own little branch here, which is because they already had these before these were added. But you know what? I kind of feel like they maybe should have used those. But maybe they don't want it to be something that increases and, you know, goes up and goes down with the percentage. Instead, it's just whatever this is, five steps or something like that. So yeah, we're going to be moving to low stability. So that's pretty bad. I think that's what we got last time is Austria, that reduced the amount of factories we had. Yeah, so we're probably going to have less factories. Yeah, we only have 5 now. But that's still not too bad overall. We could trade for that rubber if we needed to. Just seeing what it's affecting, it's mostly affecting our planes here. I guess it's affecting the motorized as well. How long is it going to take for us to get this built here? I mean, this is going to take a long time as it is. We might as well trade. It's fine. We'll trade with the Netherlands for 1 factory's worth of rubber, I guess. So election day 1. So we're going to have elections now, clarifying the communal army. Due to the presence of trade unions within the communard army, it has become overly politicized, creating tensions within the guarantor of national integrity and the arm of the syndicalist revolution. This has resulted in incumbent chief of staff, the popular Civil War general Maurice Gamelin. Is that somebody here? No. Okay. Having to step down, the French syndicalist military leaders, mostly Sorelians, have decided to ask the soldiers who wish to lead the French army before definitely dissolving the military trade unions. Okay. So the choice we make here, guys, is more important than just the bonuses here. This is actually controls what we can select here. Not this one. This is the army one. So what we can select between these 4 here. As you guys can see, and I noticed this when I was kind of scrolling through the national focus tree before we started recording here, I wanted to see, you know, what we're going to be picking and stuff. And I noticed that you had to have certain military policies. That's what this is. I'm guessing. Yeah, it's got to be. Yep. So yeah, this means that we're going to want to not just pick based upon the bonuses here. We're going to also want to look at the bonuses here. And I have looked at those already. So as far as what we're getting here, it's mostly affecting the popularity of our government and our current stability. So yeah, if we pick the centralized high command, we'll get a little bit of extra stability. Actually, both of these are the same. We'll get some stability and we'll get an increase in totalitas. And then if we did this one, we lose stability and the radical socialists gain in popularity. Our guy here for our current government, the syndicalist, is going to decrease stability by quite a bit. That's a lot. And then the syndicalists do get more powerful. Just taking a look at our current government, syndicalists have 52%, while the Jacobins and Sorelians are 12%. We have social liberals at 2%, social democrats at 6%, and the radicalist socialists are at 28%. All right, so taking a look at those national focuses, guys. This tree focuses on tanks. Obviously, tank proponent makes sense. We're getting some land doctrine there. We're getting armor technology. We're going to make our tanks much faster. All our divisions are going to be much faster. That's great. And then we get to choose here between, for our tanks, whether we want them to be produced quicker but not be as good, or take longer to produce but be a lot better. So some interesting choices there. The centralized high command here. This is less supply consumption, land doctrines, army experience, and then max planning and planning speed will go up. So these kind of correspond with the land doctrines a little bit, doesn't it? So we also have the officers initiative here. That's army experience, land doctrine, support artillery, and support tech bonuses. Pretty good bonuses there. And then a national spirit that increases the attack and defense of our infantry. Okay, and then the mass conscription here. Population, infantry weapon bonus, land doctrine bonus, and then infantry equipment's going to be cheaper. All right, guys. I think we should go with the tank proponent. Obviously, I kind of want to keep the syndicalists in power a little bit. So, does everybody else have syndicalists in power as well? All of our allies? Is that what we're going to want to do? They're also syndicalists over here. Just taking a look at them over here. They're syndicalists as well, though it seems the radical socialists are gaining in popularity there, as are the maximists here. Okay, interesting. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and go with this direction. I like the bonuses in the national focus tree a bit better, and I would like to keep the syndicalists in power, even if it does cost us a little bit of stability. So let's go into with that. It said that there's election 1. Does that mean there's going to be more elections? So we did lose more stability, of course, so we get more penalties, so that's unfortunate. And we can no longer trade oil with the United States. Oh, because we don't have any... Yep. We don't have any factories, guys. All right, so that means we're going to need to maybe make some adjustments here. Like no longer trade for that rubber, because that was only 4 rubber that we needed. Yeah. Okay, you know what? We'll deal with this after we do the election day 2. Now, I'm not going to attempt to read this position here. That's a lot of French. Due to its key purpose over external and internal security matters, the position of the director, we'll just call him the director, is recognized as one of the keys to supreme power in the Commune of France and is crucial for the destruction of political rivals. It could be a terrible weapon in the hands of one of the extremist factions, Jacobins or Sorelians. So we probably don't want to put them in power. And this one doesn't affect the national focus at all. So yeah, obviously we probably shouldn't give security to somebody we want to keep out of power. This would also reduce stability in the country a bit. I think we should probably go with our own guy and continue to increase popularity of our current ruling power. So we're at 57% now, so this would increase it a bit more, up to 62% or 61%. Okay, interesting. All right, so, oh yes, that's right, trade. We need to fix the situation here because we're short on the oil that we need. So let's go ahead and trade 1 more. Yes, I'm okay with that. And weren't we trading for, yeah, did we need that tungsten really bad? You know what, we can probably pull from this here. I don't remember how much we needed of this precisely. It looks like we needed the same amount for both. All right, let me just see what we're going to be affecting for those. Who's going to get affected? Obviously, we do want that artillery building, so we probably want to get the artillery, and this is just going to affect the ships. The ships are going to build pretty slow, but you know what? It's going to be a problem for now. It's fine. Let's go ahead and reduce our trade with the Union of South Africa. All right, we did get high popularity. That means we're going to get more political power gain. Well, that's nice. And we got election day 3 internal security. So Charles Rappaport, which is one of these guys here. Yeah, it's this guy here. Oh, yeah, he's the one with the crappy bonuses here. Well, he has resigned. Well, thank God, because we didn't want him anyways. He resigned his post of delegate for internal security to compete for the foreign affairs post. Oh, because he's trying to compete for another position. Former chairman Marcel Pivert, and the guy I can't read his name, still hoping to preserve his political future, has managed to get endorsed by the Travailleur wing and is now grappling for the post with the stern Jacobin Maurice Thores, and yeah, so all these guys here. So this doesn't affect national focuses either. So let's see what exactly we would like to get here. So Marseille here, compassionate gentleman. This is going to be increased stability and increased daily political power gain, but we're going to lose stability. We also get 50,000 manpower, interestingly enough, and the syndicalists gain more power. Looking at this Maurice here, he's going to give us daily political power, local resources, local manpower, and local factories. We gain stability but lose manpower, and then the Totalists gain some power as well. Totalis gain power in here, but we also lose stability and manpower and get some crappy bonuses. This is Marcel Boucard. Well, I'm tempted to go for him just because Marcel Boucard, he's actually the leader of France in our alternate history little documentary series I do. If you haven't checked those out, those are pretty cool. If you like Kaiserreich, might be something you enjoy. But yeah, I'm not going to pick Marcel Boucard just because he sucks. So, and then we have the anarchist. He's got good at everything. It's tempting to go for him. I guess his bonuses aren't that great, but yeah, we're not going to go for him. I think we're just going to go for a guy here, so we can keep the syndicalist in power. I do like some of the other guys there, but I think we should do that. So 68%, we're very much in power here. So that should get us, we're gonna get a lot of political power from that. So election day for economic affairs. Today's election seems to be a plebiscite on the commune's economic policy implemented in recent years. Many visions of the future syndicalist economy, more or less concentrated on industry or agriculture, are in competition. All of them are crucial for the future final struggle against Germany. So these also seem familiar, just like with the military ones. These ones control this. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, excellent. So I'm glad that I recognized that, because I think it would have been disastrous if we were picking just based on these bonuses, because I had already gone through here, like I said, and decided what directions I was kind of wanting to go on these, especially this one here. I kind of was really examining it because they're very close. What they do, the orthodox syndicalism here, you're getting civilian factories, infrastructure, and more civilian factories, one military factory. That's a lot of civilian factories, guys. That's 2, 4, 6, 8 civilian factories, one military factory. Some great bonuses there. And then you're getting infrastructure, some stability, and industry. Looking at the, and that of course comes with this guy who gives us 2 military factories and 2 civilian factories. With the national spirit, economic reforms, that's more recruitable population, syndicalists gain power. He's got some good bonuses for a lot of stuff here, but I don't like the recruitable population, that negative factor there, and then the data political power gain is going to be reduced as well. I don't really like that. Not great. Looking at the Jacobin, he's an industrialist. He's for industrialization, but he's got terrible bonuses for industrialization. Look at those. Resource gain efficiency, -4%. Production efficiency cap, -10%. Factory output, -5%. And you're getting construction speed for that. Okay. And then you get the same economic reforms here, though it does have production efficiency cap to it. Okay. So seems that it just offsets the guy we're electing, his penalty. And then if we look at what we're getting from that, it's civilian factories. We're getting nice construction speed there, production efficiency cap with a lot of great production bonuses here. It seems we're getting like 6 civilian factories from what I see, and 1 military factory, and then we build 2 military factories and a civilian factory there. Okay. Looking at war economy and agriculture here, pretty much all bonuses is construction speed for both infrastructure and civilian factories. Totalitas will gain some power, and we receive 4 infantry divisions in Paris. Interesting. All right. And looking at this here, this bonus here is mostly a lot more military factories. As you can see, we're also going to get infantry equipment. Production cost is going to be reduced. Some great bonuses here. I like these. I like them a lot. I'm really tempted to go for it. And then the last guy, I just don't know how I feel about electing these radicals. And I don't really like their benefits either. So we're not going to do that. I was going to go this direction because I like the construction speed. I like that production efficient cap and the output. All great there. And then most importantly, that industrial research time is huge down there at the bottom. That's pretty nice as well. I don't really like this side of things here as much. Plus, I don't really like his bonuses. Yeah, but this is what's going to stop me getting this one here, guys. This guy's got terrible bonuses, benefits here. So let's not go for him. I think we're going to go. This guy doesn't get any factories though. Well, that's unfortunate. We don't get any. Well, we do get a lot of factories here though. We get the production cost. Yeah, so I was originally going to go with the communal industrialization when I first looked at these guys. But now that I know that these two tie together, and I don't really like his bonuses, a lot of the bonuses that this gives are offsetted by his crappy trait there. So the planned economy proponent. So I think we're going to switch over. We're going to do war economy and agriculture. I think that's the way to do this, guys. I don't want to do the orthodox syndicalism. I just don't want to go that route. So let's do this one. We're going to do war economy and agriculture, and hopefully it works out all right, because that is going to reduce our power a little bit. And the totalitas, the totalitas are only 8%. They've really taken a lot of hits here, so I'm not too worried about them now. So let's go ahead and grab that up, guys. And yeah, that's going to be getting our new guy here. I thought he was over here. But yeah, this is now reduced us down to 64%, unfortunately. But that's not too bad. We still are firmly in control. We did get 4 new infantry divisions here, and I think we do have to change up their designs. It looks like they give us crappy ones, unfortunately. All right, that's all right. We're going to switch them over, and then we're going to go ahead and throw them into that training army as well. So that's helpful too. Black Monday. Yep, that's the Berlin Stock Exchange. Seen that one before. And the Emirate of Afghanistan has declared war on the Dominion of India. Oh, wow. Okay, so Afghanistan and India are now at war. And India is a member of the Entente. So that could bring France and Canada into the conflict, as well as Australia and New Zealand. So, yeah, this is probably not going to be good for Afghanistan. I don't know. We'll have to see. They could probably conquer them, though. But yeah, I don't know what the Entente's going to do after that. So the 5th Anglo-Afghani War. So I'm not going to read this I'm not going to read it on camera because it's not pertaining to our particular government. I'll let you guys read it if you want, and I'll read it off camera. All right, I've read it. Hopefully you read it as well. Paused it and read it. We got another election over here. Foreign affairs. This might be the last one. 5 is a good number to stop here. With the final election day, it says right there. One of the leading issues of the Commune of France is raised diplomacy, which carries the double task of spreading the revolution throughout the world and preparing for revenge against Germany. It is the very existence of the Syndicalist Internationale is not endangered yet. The future theaters of the world revolution will be fine today. So we have seen this guy here, Charles. We've seen him before. Okay, so looking at this, looks like they each have different, theories on how to do this. So he's for internationalism. This is going to give us same ideology, monthly opinion, plus 100%, so that's a pretty big deal. And then any country that is currently syndicalist, which is really nice that we can see which countries are syndicalist. That's going to be the Socialist Republic of Italy, the United Mexican States are syndicalist. Interesting. All right, yeah, we got a syndicalist down here in Mexico, so that's nice. We can see that the Commune is syndicalist. Britain, somebody in Central America is Soviet Russia. Are they around? No, there's no Soviet Russia. Okay, and then finally the Combined Syndicates of America, which also aren't in there. So some of these are not here though. So that is right here. Okay, so they're syndicalist, and then I don't remember who the other country was who they had said. Okay, it's these guys right here. They are also syndicalist. All right, so yeah, that'll give a boost with them. Of course, the syndicalists will gain power as well. They might gain power with no matter what we do. Oh yeah, all right, awesome. So this one here, what does he give for us? This is same ideology, monthly opinion, not as big of a boost. Improved relations, opinions less. And this is world revolution. So this is gonna piss everybody off. Apparently, yeah, a lot of people aren't going to like that. It seems like it's mostly AI. Opinion bonuses is what mostly what it affects here. I'm not seeing anything else. And then we have the anti-German revisionism. It's revenge essentially. And this doesn't really have much differences. This doesn't give us any bonuses here. Gains focus on revenge against Germany. All right, so my bad, guys. I actually ended up accidentally selecting World Revolution. That's not even what I wanted to select either, so that's a bit frustrating because I was going to do it the one that helps our faction, our current party. So we just lost support here, and they gained support, and the worst part is I didn't want to do the World Revolution one, so everybody hates us now. The whole entire world hates us, so that's pretty frustrating, but what are you going to do about it? Actually, just accidentally selected the wrong one. So I was over here looking at the national focuses. I was trying to see if I wanted to make sure there was no national focuses that affected it, and then I was moving it around, and then I accidentally selected the other one while I had to sit up there. So that sucks, but you know what? That's what we're doing. There's nothing to be done about it, guys. I'm not going to reload the last save because how much has happened since 7th of February? A lot of events, I'm sure, have happened. Or maybe not. I mean, it's only been 7 days. I could always reload that just so I can redo it since I don't actually want to select that. I think we are going to go ahead and reload that just because that was a mistake. So let's reload it real quick. Then, obviously nothing really happened here. Nothing all that important. And I don't think anything will change. Although, one negative thing about doing that is I don't know if the war here has happened. It has not, so that might not happen. So that could be really unfortunate. All right, well, let's let it play and see what we missed here. Okay, so we're back in the day 4 here. We're going to make sure we select all the things that we selected before. We did war, economy, and agriculture. We're going to do that once again, guys. And then Black Monday, that's the same. Okay, they did declare war. All right, excellent. So that's still happened as it was supposed to. That does mean that we need to change these ones up. If you guys recall, we had to do that last time. So let's change them up, throw them into that training army there. And then, yeah, we got this war here, and then we're back to where we want. So I want to do internationalism. I think that's the best one for us, and most importantly, I want to get that party popularity up high. So the results, Travailleur majority. So even if many saw in this election the fall of the Travailleur-led consensus that has, I'm probably trying to pronounce that has ruled the Commune since the death of Emilio Puget, they have managed to secure a farm majority in the election. While Pivert could be recalled to take up the post, this would very unlikely. The T's are now looking towards the Russian emigre. God, I'm terrible at this. Who is seen as both strong enough to to keep the radical factions in line and capable of leading the Commune to its final glory. All right, so we actually get a choice here. Interesting. So we can keep him here, and no matter what, they're going to become the ruling party because, of course, they won in almost every vote with the exception of one. And just seeing their bonuses here. So Boris is a knave optimist. So political power gain is going to be negative 0.8. That's not that bad. Civilian factory, we can construct we can construct faster, while military factories are going to take longer to construct, and the syndicalists become very powerful no matter what. If we select him, then he's corporate suit. This is going to give us better trade deals. We're going to lose even more political power. However, we're going to be able to construct both civilians and military factories quicker. So I think we're probably going to do that. Let's recall him. I don't know. It says it's very unlikely, but I think it's going to happen, guys. I think we're going to do that. Just taking a look at, I think that's for this position, the head of government. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think that's probably the best option here. Why would we pick the naive guy? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so we've got him in power. And yeah, not too bad. We'll be able to construct civilian factories a little bit faster, so helpful. Very high popularity. Wow, look at that political power gain. That is nice, because yeah, we have 88% party popularity, so they are loving us. It's just unfortunate that that new guy we got creates a little penalty there. So Germany bans the FAUD, okay, the Free Workers Union of Germany. So it is too early to confront Germany. We must defend our brothers in Germany. And no, we're not gonna. Why would we? No, it's way too early to confront them right now. Yeah, we're not even prepared. I'm still like training troops up and shit. Speaking of training troops up, it seems that some of our troops are currently done training, so let's go ahead and pull them out here. Oops. Let's get all these guys pulled out. Maybe we should go ahead and build up our borders and stuff too. I wasn't planning on doing that this early. But you know what? With this mod, you never know when war could start. So we might want to get some troops up on that German border soon. So Sebastian somebody resignation. So during the inauguration ceremony of the new Comité de Salut Public at the... God, it's French, man. This happened when I played the French campaign too. You know how many comments I've gotten about my poor pronunciation of French on that last French campaign we did in vanilla? He would propose his resignation, as many claim that the internal division within the executive branch of the Commune, so he's an anarchist, was the primary cause of the political crisis. The two favorites to succeed him are the trade unionist Leon something and the Civil War veteran. Okay, so let's just take a look at what bonuses they give. That's really all that matters. Well, this guy gives construction speed and a bunch of penalties. But this guy gives less population, less political power, but we can construct factories, so all of our factories and stuff, all that. Oh wow, this is, no matter what, they're crappy. All right, guys, so I've thought about it, which, by the way, this guy here is actually our leader. We knew that. So yeah, he's resigning. I don't know why we're picking here. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here. But yeah, I think we should go ahead and go for the planned economy proponent, just because, like, here, and this is why I didn't want to go for the one guy who is, a syndicalist, is because the population factor, population is the biggest thing in the mod, or in the game, Hearts of Iron. Like, that's the one limiting factor that you often run into, unless you're China or India or something like that. Population's a huge deal. And then the second biggest deal for this mod is political power. Political power is huge because to conquer stuff, you got to have political power. So these are the worst 2 penalties you could get. Obviously, I don't want to get these ones, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to go with this guy. That's unfortunate. I don't like those ones to the factory output and the resources and production and stuff, but no other option, guys. It's unfortunate. We're gonna have to select it. But I wonder if it's actually affecting us, because I think I just sat there trying to decide that, and you know what? I don't think that affects us because, yeah, that doesn't affect us at all. All right, interesting, because yeah, that was what he would do if he was a minister, but we don't actually have that penalty because that's him as the leader. All right, well, you know what? I'm okay with him being, even if he is an anarchist. I guess I'm okay with him being in power, I suppose. Maybe I should have based that on story instead of bonuses. I didn't realize that. I should have known that for the leader we weren't going to get. I was thinking they had leader traits though, because leaders can have traits. You know, obviously like Hitler and Vanilla has the leader trait. So I was thinking it might have been a leader trait thing. So the Dominion of Canada and Afghanistan have already done a white peace here. Okay, so they're no longer at war at all. Okay, but nothing happened. All right, so it was just a white peace for whatever reason. They decided they didn't want to be at war anymore. We now have another conflict. We have this in Saudi Arabia over here. The Arabians are fighting each other, Saudis. The restoration of democracy in Australasia. Did they not have democracy here? Huh. Yeah, I guess I didn't know that. They were under the authoritarian rule, and it looks like they now have a democracy again. All right, well, that's cool. And the death of Pius XI. All right, so His Holiness has died. And we finished our national focus finally. Yeah, things have going incredibly slow. Normally in the first episode, which is always longer, you end up getting like at least a year or 2 done. But because we've been reading so much, we haven't got a lot done, and I talk a lot. So let's do... I'm tempted to do this one here, but let's go ahead and do the propaganda for the population bonus. Always want that population bonus, though this one might be more immediately beneficial to us, especially because that stability is fairly low. You know what? Let's go ahead and get that one. I wouldn't normally. That would allow us to get the research slot faster as well. We don't really need the population yet. Let's go for this. I think that'd probably be the best way to do that. And it didn't give us... Oh, yeah, that's right. We haven't got it. What am I thinking of? I think it's like an event or something. So, maneuvers in the Carpathians. So, I'll let you guys read these if you so desire. French loyalists restore the monarchy. Oh, okay. So, they now have a monarchy here again. Kingdom of France. Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. I'm actually going to read this as well. So, yeah, I'm going to, you guys can pause this and read it if you want. All right, so reading these two, of course, French, as we know, have now become a monarchy. And the Romanians here are trying to seize the Carpathian Mountains there. So just don't know what's going to happen there. Could be some conflict in the Balkans. So workers' unrest in the Rhineland. So these are always trying to push us into conflict with the Germans, and I don't think that, I mean, well, workers in Western Germany are protecting against their oppressive government. This must be a chance to weaken our mortal enemy if we are to prepare for the possible consequences of choice. So this could result in them wanting to go to war with us if we decide to do this. Let's go ahead and create a front because all these events, any one of them could end up creating a war with Germany. So it might be a good idea to grab any troops that are currently trained and put them onto a front with Germany, as well as with the Belgians here, because I think they're part of the German faction. So let's go ahead and give them a new army here. We will... Okay, you can't move. Okay, you move them this way. There we go. I knew you can move them. So we're going to go ahead and have... we won't give them a leader or anything because it doesn't really matter just yet. And I believe we can just do this entire front here. And we'll give them a planning bonus just because. Why not? You know, there's no reason not to. So we'll give them a little planning bonus there. Not that we're going to be using it anytime soon. And we'll see if there's any other troops that are currently trained up that can join that army, because obviously 13 divisions is not going to be enough for that front there. And yeah, we're going to be throwing any of these guys into that army there. Probably not those Marines, though. Yeah, we'll probably use the Marines somewhere else. But yeah, we'll throw these guys over here. And let me get these Marines out that are currently done training. I think all of the Marines are done training, aren't they? Yeah, we can just go ahead and select them all, pull them out, and there we go. Excellent. So we have a little bit of a front here just in case. We're going to allow all of our troops to get over there as well. Give them a couple days to get onto that front, just in case this results badly. If I do decide to go with the we must help them. And I'm really tempted to give the manpower up to help them. Gets events, General Strike in the Rhineland. Gets events, Rhinish Strikers Cave. yeah, let's help them strike, I suppose. I don't know. This could go really bad for us. So we helped the strikers out, and it probably pissed Germany off a lot. I don't know. They don't like us very much, that's for sure. We have been preparing the Third Internationale since 1927. Now we are nearly ready to hold the first Congress right here on Montmartre Hill in Paris. Built on the ruins of a place for 3 days, the city will host delegates from almost every socialist, syndicalist, and Bolshevik party from all across the world. We, the French, will take the floor first. That is, if we are still planning on hosting the first Congress and in continuing the work of the Second Internationale. Yes, of course. Cancel the Congress, what a blunder. Why would we do that? That would decrease the stability. It would, I suppose, make a lot of people happy. But no, we're not going to do that. And we're going to get a nice little stability boost as well. Congress will be held a week after May Day as planned. Of course we're going to hold the Congress. It's important for all the syndicalists around the world, socialists around the world to meet. And now we have just a low stability. So this is going to give us more factories, all kinds of good stuff over here. Papal Conclave. Let me just take a look here. We do now have the ability to trade for these things that we need, which I am going to do because it's affecting our ships and our planes. So let's go and grab those up. It is a bummer because we don't really have a lot of civilian factories for building our stuff right now. Obviously, we're only building, it's going to be next year by the time we get that. We did finish some research as well. A first Congress of the Third Internationale. It's time to invite the socialist and syndicalist leaders who will be coming from all around the globe to attend the first Congress of the Third Internationale. Okay, send out the invites. And then research is finished. We got our first bit of research finished here, and we're going to go ahead and continue getting those research bonuses so we can get the rest of the research quicker. And yeah, we do have a few more guys done training here. We're going to get a full army on this frontier. I think that'd probably be wise. That'd be 24 divisions. What do these guys look like? Their templates. Oh, they're pretty shoddy. All right. Well, they're not the best at defending anyway, so we'll probably put infantry on there and pull those out eventually. And I could have swore there's something else. Oh, yes, the Third Internationale is happening. Choosing a host city. Okay, so we can pick where we want to do this. Obviously, it should be done in a French city, right? Yeah, I definitely want to hold it in a French city, guys. And so we'll get to pick the city that we want to hold it in. We can do Paris, and then it adds infrastructure wherever you do it. Okay. So let's just take a look at where we would want to do this based on like the infrastructure here. So that gets us. I just want to make sure that we're not building, because I think it's going to be Paris. I think it'll really be the best place to do it. Paris is beautiful. But we could also do it here along somewhere. I don't know where that province is or where that city is. Oh, it's right here. Here it is. Yeah, we could also build it here, and that would have its benefits, of course, because the Germans will show that we're not afraid. We are not afraid. They can do it up close. So it's tempting, but I'm gonna do Paris, guys. So let's do it there. I think that's where it should be held. I could be wrong. If you disagree with me, then say so in the comments. Love to hear from you. We're going to go ahead and place them over there. And like I said, we're going to pull out these 6 divisions here. Just pull these guys out. They're not that great at defense anyways. And we're just going to move them back over to Paris. So all of the delegates have arrived. Head of the socialist, syndicalist, and Bolshevik parties, heads of the state and governments, foreign ministers, and journalists have all arrived in Paris for the opening of the first Congress of the Third Internationale. It is time to open the doors and take the stage. So nice. We're going to get a bunch of stability from that too. All right, so that should change up. We should get to average stability now. The chairman of the Comité de Salute Public takes the floor. Now that everyone is assembled and the Congress has begun, it is time to take the stage on open discussion. The Prime Minister took the stage first and discussed the purpose of the Third Internationale. After the purpose of the Third Internationale is made clear, the discussion will begin. So we must use any means to overthrow the international bourgeoisie. All right, this is going to gain a lot more stability and pretty much piss everybody off. Okay. That's fine. I'm fine with making everybody angry. Increasing the stability, that's good. Now we're at good stability, so we're actually going to get some bonuses from that, but weekly stability does start to tick down because of that. Interesting, because average, I suppose, is the baseline in the mod, so it's always trying to tick down to that. And then yeah, you got some really good bonuses to that, so that's great. All right, so syndicalism in Spain. Joaquin Escaso Budria has taken the stage and elaborated the position of the CNT-FAI in Spain for the Congress. The CNT-FAI is the largest syndicalist party in Spain, made up of the anarcho-syndicalists, moderate syndicalists, and trade unionists. The Spanish revolutionaries have been seen white terror, violent counter-revolutionary actions taken against the workers firsthand. They have come asking for some of their support for their cause when the moment comes. So we can pledge our support for the syndicalists in Spain, and yes, of course, let's do that. And that'll piss the king of Spain off, but I don't care. Although I don't know if that'll end up them declaring war on us, but it's fine. I don't think that's going to happen, right? So John Jack Reed and the Combined Syndicalists. American journalist, poet, and syndicalist activist John Jack Reed spoke to the Congress for an hour and 15 minutes about the crisis facing the United States and the chance for revolution in the Western Hemisphere. Following in the footsteps of Benjamin Franklin, Mr. Reed laid out the situation in America very closely. In the South, the American First Committee is stronger than the central government, and the North is suffering from depression as the West Coast prospers. This economic imbalance has caused massive unemployment along the Great Lakes, and the people are ready for a radical change. So modern day Benjamin Franklin, they have our support. So we can pledge support for the syndicalists in America. And yes, let's do that. I support syndicalism all over the world. This probably might come back to bite me in the ass. Unemployment and radicalism in Latin America. The Latin American countries were the hardest hit of all by the stock market crash in Berlin, and there has been a great awakening among the people. Socialist and syndicalist parties grow larger. Okay, so basically they want our support as well. Begin to nurture syndicalism in Latin America. We might be stretching ourselves too thin here, supporting all these different places, but whatever, it's fine. I think it's gonna be great. Women's role in the worldwide revolution. Today, the British feminist Helen Crawford took the stage with her flaming speech about the women's role in the world revolution. According to her arguments, without women's participation in industry and armed forces, it may be impossible to defeat the many enemies of the proletariat. However, heeding this call is likely to cause some disturbances among the more conservative elements of the society. Participation of the working women is necessary to achieve worldwide, so that's going to decrease stability, and this will increase stability. I'm actually for the women helping. I think it makes sense for a war that's coming up. We're going to want them to fight in the factories, or we're going to want them to be in the factories. Even if we don't have them fight, you would want them in the factories. It makes sense. So I think we are going to do that. I know this is decreasing stability, which isn't great, but I think it's good. I think we're going to need them in the factories. Everybody's going to have to play a role. I think she has it right. If we want to defeat the powerful Germany here, which of course that does reduce our stability down to average. That sucks, but it is what it is. White Terror. We heard Joaquin Ascaso Buderia speak of White Terror horror stories that have been coming out of Madrid and Barcelona. And Kurt Eisener, Bavarian socialist, wanted to delve deeper into the topic White Terror, and he was given the floor. After hearing more stories that have come out of Germany, Austria, Hungary, Russia, and Finland, the Congress members were ready to make their decision. So we can denounce the capitalist murders and their social democratic assistance. It makes no difference to us. Yeah, denounce the murders. Yeah, we are hardcore socialists in this campaign, guys, and we just came off that Soviet Union one too, so we're all into it. Policy on the Italian peninsula. The foreign minister of the Social Republic of Italy appeared before the First Syndicalist Congress, making the case for supporting the Republicans' efforts to unify the Italian peninsula in the face of traitors beyond the Po, the Sicilian kingdom and their theocratic vassal in Rome. Involvement in Italy could prove beneficial in spreading the revolution, but could lead to conflict with the reactionary Austrian Empire responsible for protecting the regime in Milan. I think we should guarantee our friends in Torino aid when the time comes. Yes. Let's do that. I know that's going to piss all the Italian countries off, but that's okay. Yeah, we want to spread syndicalism. That's the goal. World economic crisis and the role of the Third Internationale. The stage has been set for the revolution to begin with. With the Berlin stock market crash, mass unemployment has risen in Europe and South America, and trade unions have begun to grow in both as a result. An opportunity, of course. All right, so this is the Bharatiya Commune that is over there in India. The Bharatiya Commune asked for, well, I guess that's is that Bengal that they're over there in. So yeah, they've asked for support in the struggle against its neighbors. Okay, well, yeah, they were pretty far away. It was one, yeah, I mean, I want to support it everywhere though, so this is going to cost us political power. The other ones didn't have a cost to them. So that's the one reason I don't want to go for it. I don't really care about pissing these other countries off, and we do want to spread it here. You know what? I think it's worth the political power. I imagine. Yeah, I want to support it everywhere. So we'll send military advisors. I don't know that we'll go. We probably won't support a war over there. It's just too far away. So the end of the first Congress, of the Third Internationale. Okay, so it's coming to close, and it's gone splendidly. It's gone great, and we now have finished that. Now that we finished that, we now have access to those national focuses, which are right here. So we can now do that mission, by the way. Interesting. That'll give that gives them the support. This also is the working women here. So yeah, factory output and recruitable population. So that's going to work out nicely, I think. Not sure why we didn't get these other ones here. Right, yeah, because they're not. Yeah, they don't exist just yet. Okay, we'll just have to wait. All right, so things are going well. We're approaching the end of the episode here, and we did not get very far. We're back up in our stability, interestingly enough. We did not get all that far, guys. And yeah, Mongolia is now at war with their neighbor here. And it's Labor Day. Let's celebrate. Get stability. So yeah, we're getting a lot of stability events. Stability is relatively high. It's not bad. All right. So it doesn't. Oh yeah, that's right. It gives the bonuses here, and it gives some pretty good bonuses. The factory output, docket output, that political power gain, all good stuff, guys. All good stuff. We still don't have the manpower to really train any troops just yet. We're gonna have to wait to do that. Department. So we got our national focus. Excellent. And that's more stability. And we got basic machine tools researched as well. All right. Well, let's go and continue on our industrial techs here. Well, we're not in 1937 yet. Let's go ahead and go after Disperse Industry. I don't know if this mod has changed this at all, so I do want to just take a look at this. No, not Disperse. I want to go Concentrated. My bad. I want to go Concentrated, but yeah, I want to make sure that they haven't changed this at all from before. Yeah, it's just the factory output. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go with the Concentrated Industry. And then we can modify our government. We just got that political power from that national focus. So we're probably going to want to go ahead and change up our economy. I imagine would probably be the best thing to change. I don't think we can change our conscription laws just yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like that is an option. So we can't change that. I'm not going to trade our trade laws. I imagine we'd want to change this here. I am tempted to get a company as well. God, I would love to get a company. Yeah, but we need to be able to build up quicker, guys. This is pretty important to get that early mobilization. So let's do it. Let's get the early mobilization here. I think that'd be wise. So we'll grab that up. And it was only 100 political power there, so that's not that bad. And then we need to go ahead and select our next national focus, which is obviously going to be that research bonus. Get that research slot. That's going to be incredibly helpful. And that'll give us 5 research slots there. All right, awesome. So, I don't think the French in this mod have a 5th research slot, or I didn't see one. Or a 6, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't see. They don't have a 6th research slot. Well, wait a minute. No 6th research slot. Okay. It wasn't not surprising at all. I don't know if any other countries do. You know, and obviously in vanilla, it's just the United States that do. A revolution in Siam. Oh, wait a minute here. Is this a revolution that's important for us? I'm not really seeing it. No. They arrested the king. Okay. All right, well, you could have read that if you wanted to. And, all right, interesting, I'm sure. And more war in Asia. All right, so Asia, just seeing all kinds of conflict happen over here. The Indo-Chinese tragedy. Well, we do have to interact with this one. So this is in Vietnam. Okay. And I believe, yeah, they are controlled by Germany right now. So I hope you guys read this. I did. And essentially we can send some of the students that have been here, well, students, soldiers, and workers that have been here in France. We can send them back here to Indochina to cause problems. So yeah, let's do that. I know it's going to cost political power, guys, but I think it's wise. This is the entire goal here is playing as France is to spread the revolution. I know that we just did that in the Soviet Union too, which is... interesting, to say the least. And look at that, we got Saudi Arabia. All right, so Saudi Arabia is now formed, and we'll just have to see what they do next. I imagine they have their own national focus tree, because everybody seems to have a national focus tree in this mod. We got our construction. Oh, I meant to click details there. And we're going to go ahead and get that excavation next. Obviously, resources is a problem for us. Speaking of resources, are we trading for anything we don't need to? No. And there's nothing else that we need to trade for either. So we are in July here, and the episode is long. All these guys are done training as well. We're going to pull to stop them from training, and we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do with all our troops soon. We need to throw 5 more divisions on that front. Probably want to get some divisions on the Spanish front as well. Start creating some armies, getting some things planned. We're probably going to want 2 armies on this front here. But that is actually the end of the episode, guys. It's a rather long one. Always try and do that longer episode for the first one, but after this they will be shorter episodes. Didn't make it very far. A lot of reading, a lot of events, a lot of things happening, but overall I do love the mod. I love all the flavor. This is some of the best parts here, where you have all those events firing. They seem to happen more early on than they do later. I hope you guys have enjoyed this first episode. Also, if you're not already, consider checking out the last 2 campaigns I did in vanilla. I did Britain, and we also did the Soviet Union. We're still on that one, actually. There's a couple episodes left of that, probably before we get it finished up. We're doing a world revolution in that one, which is interesting that here we are playing as France, as the syndicalists. But I think it was fitting for what I wanted to do in this mod here. So I think they're a good pick, and I'm really liking it so far. And yeah, so go check out some of those other campaigns if you're looking for something to watch. We'll be back on Sunday with part 2, so I hope to see you here. If you enjoyed this first episode, make sure you leave that like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when we put up new videos, leave a comment. Love talking to you guys. We read and reply to all comments, or try to at least, and I just that was one of my favorite parts of YouTube, and all that kind of stuff. Those comments, those likes, they all help the channel get views from the search engine. So if you want to help us grow, then that's one of the best ways to do it. All right, guys, thanks for watching.